If you feel like you're failing as a loan officer or a real estate agent, it may not be your fault. It just might be your nature. Now, when I was in banking for all those years, they kept giving us these personality tests like the DISC profile. And I always thought it was stupid. But I was also always programmed growing up and through college and through my bosses that I had to be this one thing. And in reality, what I've discovered over the years are people are people. They're all different. They have different strengths and weaknesses. And those weaknesses sometimes aren't weaknesses. They're just part of their nature. Albert Einstein once said something to the effect of, you can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. And if you think about it, there's a reason the Navy doesn't train monkeys to go diving to find mines. They train dolphins. So, you have to realize who you are. One thing that we do in recruiting and hiring for each role that we do is that we recognize that different roles actually have different skill sets that they require and personality types. For instance, if you look at the DISC profile, which is one of my favorites, I'm a high D, which is the dominant, which is kind of a leader, so to speak. I found that a lot of the stronger loan officers that produce well are I's, the interpersonal, where they're stronger. They walk into a room and say, hey, high five everybody as they come in. And really don't have a problem walking into an open house to talk to a real estate agent, or a real estate agent isn't scared of walking around a neighborhood and knocking on doors. That's just something that's in their personality of the I, where you have the S, the stability, which is the person that we find make the best, what we call them transaction managers. Some people call them loan officer assistants, to where they work with the client to put the deal together and get it through the pipeline, and they're always talking to the client and they're making friends with them. That's really cut out for that S. And then the C, we find, makes better compliance officers and processors. They're very task oriented. They focus on the tasks. They knock things out. They're really, really good at processes. So, but we also find that the I's make terrible processors and the C's don't make great loan officers. It's not that it's their fault, it's just their nature. So if you're struggling as a loan officer, if you're struggling as a as a real estate agent, it may not be the fact that you're a bad person or you failed. It just might be that you're in the wrong role for you. As Jim Collins in Good to Great once said, get the right people on the bus, the wrong people off the bus, but more importantly, the right people in the right seats. You just might be on the wrong seat on the bus. So think about that.